based on their competency, expecting to deliver as expected of them. Nonetheless, we don't also stop there. We also ensure that we have the efficient technician at the background, that we train extra IT officers who have hardware knowledge, not only software, so that these people can help the team once they are in the field.
Mr. Fati pointed out some of the requirements needed to complete this exercise.
One, you must be born in the Gambia, and you have an identity card that we asked. But further, we also align ourselves to our parents. If you don't have parent supporting document, how do you align yourself to those parents? The challenge we have is that most of the people will come with ID card. That doesn't show alignment to their parents. And legally, all children born should be aligned to their parents. That's why parent documentations are needed for one to go. In the absence of the birth certificate, the ID card, we ask for infant welfare card for children, particularly those 0 to 17. You can come with the infant welfare card, together with the parent support document to align the child to the parents. In the absence of, for example, if the father has not accepted the child to be his child, the child will be registered aligned to the mother. That one, the child's right should be given because the child was born in the Gambia, and that must be protected.
Mr. Fati explains what will happen if an error in entering the information from those registering.
We are not doing any correction in the field because the system must be controlled. Anybody who is given a service and there's a minor error on it, you have to wait until after the exercise. We'll create a system because it's a system, it's an electronic system. We cannot be opening it now every Tom, Dick, and Harry to be doing the corrections. That's why there should be proofreading or inform the applicants what you have stated about them. If they confirm it in detail, then it goes to the approving officer who need to proofread and verify all the characters are all intact before send for approval.
Officials from the Ministry of Health says the registration will last for 3 months, and they are optimistic that they will cover the whole country within that time. Authorities urge the public to take this opportunity to register during the campaign, which is meant to make healthcare affordable for all. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
We will update you as development comes. Now, following the recent floods that affected several households in the Greater Banjul area and other parts of the country, Alassane Senghor, the Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, has revealed that the Gambia Red Cross has commenced fumigating flooded areas in Banjul to decontaminate the waters. He made this disclosure in an interview with QTV's Ansumana Isonyasi. Here is the report.
Known for its humanitarian activities, especially during disasters and emergencies, the Gambia Red Cross on Saturday morning swung into action, offering immediate response, relief packages and evacuations for hundreds of people affected as several communities experienced flooding following torrential rains. Alassane Senghor, the Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, explains further what the GRCS is doing to support affected communities.
We've provided some initial response. Those initial response were accompanied by assessments. So we don't go assessing empty-handed. So we go with basic things that we thought people would need. And then in the process, we gather information in terms of the magnitude and the number of people affected. So that's basically what we did at the beginning. Now, we have realized that this flooding has affected not only Banjul, but Banjul, KM West Coast, North Bank, as well as URR and other parts of the country. But each of these regions have its peculiarity in terms of the impact. So we are dealing with it, we are responding differently given the context.
As part of the GRCS medium response strategy, Senghor says they intend to use relief funds received from the International Federation of the Red Cross to continue supporting affected families, revealing that thousands of households have been affected by the floods and calls for more collaboration.
The total number of people affected, well, the figures might be different because it's changing all the time, is that we have about over 1,660 something families that are affected, around 18,000 to 20,000 people. So basically what we can do as Red Cross is that we are targeting about 600, just above 600 of those families, households that we want to support.
He also revealed that the GRCS, through its well-coordinated efforts, is also extending support to other parts of the country through its regional and district offices. The most affected regions are Banjul, Kanifing Municipality, West Coast and North Bank. Ansmane Sonyasi for KTV News.
At an awards ceremony on Saturday, presided over by the Mayor of Kanifing Municipality, with several cabinet ministers in attendance, the President International Awards Scheme awarded hundreds of participants within the Kanifing Municipality. More in this report by Ansmane Sonyasi.
Famous for their expeditions, community service and admirable discipline displayed by participants, the President's Awards was initiated by the late Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip. In the Gambia, the awards are among the most respected. And in recognition of the achievements of its participants, the National Award Management awarded certificates to hundreds of its members in the Kanifing Municipality on Saturday. Talib Ahmed Bensouda, Mayor of KMC, says the Council is proud to be associated with and support the award, which continues to gain momentum in the Gambia. He says the Council recognizes the award's immense contribution to society through their programs and community service initiatives.
These brilliant young people who are seated here have exhibited such qualities that will not only help them in achieving their goals, but also bring glory and success to our municipality. Because of these wonderful young people of KM, my council and myself have committed in 2 weeks' time to build the first municipal library in the history of Gambia.
Mfamara Dabo, PIA Board Chairman, and Pierre Gomez, the Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, implored the awardees to continue exemplifying the good values and morals they are known for, and they encourage them to learn skills that will help them to be self-employed or able to continue contributing to national development.
This stage is a critical period in a young person's life. This transformative stage is the period where young people either make their life or break it. This is the stage in a young person's life where key stakeholders in his or her life easily give up on them, simply because they are fed up with young people's youthful exuberance and energy.
I am made to understand that this awarding ceremony creates an avenue for young people with the right set of skills, knowledge, and attitude to discover the core values of good citizenship, self-awareness, and motivation to succeed.
Other speakers at the ceremony included Demba S. Jame of the Drug Law Enforcement Agency and Kemo Bojang, Youth Representative at KMC, and Naomi Williams, Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, who congratulated the awardees and encouraged them to continue serving their country. The awardees and attendees were entertained by various cultural and poetry performances. Ansmane Sonyasi for KTV News.
Now, congratulations to the awardees. From that story by Ansmane Sonyasi, we will now go for a short commercial break. And when we return, we have some local and business news. Do stay tuned.
I'm feeling on top of the world, like nothing's ever gonna bring me down. This feeling got me flying high as a bird. I may never touch the ground. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate.
Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. And that's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunubus, we innovate, others follow.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News, and I am Jenna Bosonko. Now, the government of Saudi Arabia, through the King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center, has donated 50 tons of dates to the people of the Gambia through the Gambian government.
The presentation was held at the Gambia Ports Authority, where officials of the Foreign Affairs Ministry took delivery of the 240-foot containers of dates to be distributed to the public, especially the poor and needy. The annual donation of dates by the King Salman Humanitarian Aid usually come before the month of Ramadan, but the delay was caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Bakari Kurubali, the Director of Loans and Debts Management and Economic Cooperation at the Ministry of Finance, said the gift indicates the symbolic and significant bond between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Gambia.
It is indeed gratifying that, that several years the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has been really supporting the government of the Gambia and the people of the Gambia by giving this generous gift in the form of a date, and sometimes also in terms of providing sacrificial lamb also to the Gambian people. Here again we witness another one, and I think we would really want to express our really deep appreciation to the government and the people of Saudi Arabia for once again coming to really support the people of this country.
Alhaji Isa Dabo, the president of the Supreme Islamic Council, thanked the Saudi government on behalf of the Gambian people, saying the two countries have always been united by the bond of Islam and believe that the cooperation will grow stronger, while giving an assurance that the donation will serve its intended purpose of reaching the less privileged.
I would like to extend our sincere thanks and gratitude to King Salman Foundation for donating these 2 containers of date to the people of the Gambia through the government of the Gambia. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah for that. We also thank the custodian of 2 holy mosques, King Salman, and the government of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and people of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for their continuous support to the Gambia in all aspects of life, especially supporting the poor and the needy.
In the Gambia and in the Muslim world, it is a tradition that in the month of Ramadan, Muslims break their fast with dates, following the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Various government representatives, religious groups, civil societies and other groups of special needs also attended the event. 125 public institutions are expected to benefit from the donation. Reporting for QTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
Still on local news, as on Saturday, a community-led organization called Freedom for Development in Basse Manekunda handed over trash bins to Basse Area Council, fencing materials for women in Mansajang Garden, and a brand new carpet for the mosque for Basse Manekunda. Alaji A.F. Jallo attended the handing over ceremony and fastened this report.
Freedom for Development, a community-led organization, was established to help the needy and underprivileged in the Gambia. On Saturday, the organization provided 17 trash bins to Basse Area Council, fencing materials to the women at the Mansajang Garden, and a brand new carpet for the mosque in Manekunda village. The event was marked with a general cleansing exercise in the village, which saw the security forces and football teams from Basse in attendance. During the exercise, Nuha Jabi, the founder and CEO of Freedom for Development, said their objective is to put smiles on the faces of people and earn the blessings of Allah.
I think the fencing material is really important. This is our #1 priority, because I was driving with my friend in January when we come from holiday. So we see like over 50 to 100 women walking, but they're chasing out animals. So my friend asked me to stop, then we stopped. We went inside and then have a discussion with them. So the thing that they told us that what they need, because we don't want to give people what we want. So we have a discussion with them what they want. So they told us the only problem they have, they need fencing, because anytime they do their crops and everything with their agriculture, the animals will come and eat everything up, and that's really sad. Our objective is just to help the people of the Basse, to see a smile on their face. This is really important to us. As I said earlier on, we are doing this for the sake of Allah. We're not doing this for anything. We don't want nothing in return. All we are asking for their duas for us, to make prayers for us.
The chairman of Basse Area Councils, Fode Danjo, called on the youths to embrace and love each other for peace, stability and development.
And I, as the chairman of this council and a citizen of this region, I am ready to partner with him. The council is ready to partner with Nuha to see we are able to do something for our community. Manekunda belongs to us, URA belongs to us, the Gambia belongs to us. No matter wherever you come from, you are a Gambian. Wherever you are in this country, you are a citizen of this country. Let us try and embrace each other. Let us try and work hand in glove. Let us try and love each other.
The chairperson of Freedom for Development, John Folo Jabi, said the foundation was formed to help the needy and empower women in their striving for development.
Bari nga ñine je ko tubabol ko charity begins at home. Janni bi tala wula kono ñino dañini ne se su kono ñino folo dañini. Wala tin foundation wala ko be nata.
Before you feed a bush rat, feed a home rat first. That is why the foundation was established. We started with Basse, but our intention is to cover the whole country. We have embarked on a series of activities supporting the needy, but now we believe showing them how to catch fish is better than giving them fish. We decided to support the women in their garden at Mansajang because we believe if we empower a woman, you have helped a nation. The youth leader in Manekunda village, Ibrahim Sanyang, was delighted to receive the support and urged the youths to participate in community service, saying that government cannot do it all.
To tell something about the community, that every individual, you have something to contribute to your own community. This is one aspect of it. If you don't have money, you have people who don't have money, but they are exercising their community, well, that is to community services. So it's telling other people that whatever you can do to serve your community, you are there to do it.
According to Nuha Jabe, the founder, Freedom for Development Organization was propelled by his steadfastness, commitment and passion to support his people back home when he was on a loan deal playing football in Belgium, where he met with a friend who had a similar vision to help underprivileged people in poor communities. This initiative and others like it, if harnessed, will significantly close the gap between the poor and the rich and be a unifying force for the youths. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji F. Jallo.
Now, thumbs up to Freedom for Development. The Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education recently organized a 5-day summer camp in Pakalinding for senior secondary school adolescent students from all regions in the country to develop their life skills in areas affecting their development. Alaji Alassane Ba has the rest of that story.
The senior school summer camp aims to teach the adolescent participants about child's rights, child marriage, child abuse, child trafficking and community leadership. Ayaroti Rajata Jaju, Director of Basic and Secondary Education, said the role of the ministry is to provide the enabling and conducive environment for students to learn to realize their full potential.
This camp will avail you the opportunity to engage in diverse fora such as child protection issues. We all know the issue of child protection ranging from the laws and mechanisms established by government to protect the child, because as far as you are under 18, you are a child. Most especially issues of forced marriages, child pregnancies, and child abuse.
Nuha Jata, education specialist at UNICEF, urges students to use the knowledge learned to solve real-life issues in their schools and communities.
Make good use of the opportunity, learn from it, entertain from it, so that you can recall that when you are of my age, you can recall, oh, in 2022, I was part of the students' holiday camp. And you can narrate the stories to your children, your grandchildren, your fellow other people.
Mamadou G. Jallo, Director of Regional Education Directorate 4, encourages the participants to take full advantage of the training.
Apart from welcoming you, I want to urge you people to take this camp very, very seriously. Not only to learn your civic duty, but be able to practicalize them when you get back to your school. and share what you have learned here. Out of 28 students, even the smallest region, Region 4, is a very, very small, I think it's 1/10, because we are about 28,000 in terms of enrollment. So that shows that you are very, very much opportune.
The 5 days training will also prepare students with the required skills to take leadership roles to raise awareness on child marriage, child abuse, human trafficking and child rights in their communities and schools. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alassane Ba.
Now from that story by Alassane Ba, let's take a look at what is happening in the world of sports. The Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games ended on Monday after the city hosted more than 5,000 athletes, coaches and officials during 12 days of the Games. Our sports reporter Mamadou Gajaga was there with the Gambian team and fastened this report.
Birmingham hosted over 70 Commonwealth nations and territories, more than 5,000 athletes, coaches and officials in various sports. Among these nations, the Gambia made history by winning a silver medal in judo in the 73-kilogram category. 52 years after the country's only previous Games medal, the bronze won by Sektijan Faye, won in the high jump at the Edinburgh Games in 1970. The Gambia competed in swimming, boxing, judo, beach volleyball, para-powerlifting and athletics. Despite missing on the podium, the West Africans has something to celebrate. The beach volleyball team reached the quarterfinals and narrowly lost to host England. In para-powerlifting, Modu Gamo finished fourth after 2 clean pushes. In athletics, history was made as the men's 4x100 meters relay team reached the finals for the first time in the Commonwealth Games and came in 6th. Gina Bast matched that history to reach the women's 200 meters final, where she came 5th. Reporting from Birmingham, England, Mamadou Gajaga for QTV News.
Well, from that story by Mamadou Gajaga, that is all we have time for. Join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Thanks for watching.